This is part two. So one of the main purpose of the secret language is to actually control us, and to control those who are researching into it, into who the controlling hand is, and those who are researching into it, into where things are going. They use the secret language to control those who know about them. Basically, they use it to control their opposition. And the way this is done is really quite clever. In order to understand how you are controlled by these secret markings and secret codes, you need to understand the difference between left and right brain perception. And you need to understand how the language works. And you need to understand how the law works and what the law actually is. And when you look at law, there are two types of law on earth. There's natural law and there's man-made law or legal law. If we do refer to natural law as being the law of the light, i.e., white law, then we see that man-made law is the law of the dark, black law. Why do you think they call the legal book Black's Law? And see, what they do is they teach you to think in language. Once you are taught to spell and you're taught to view words as something that is written down, then the words have power over you. But it's a spell, it's a glamour. That's why they call it spelling. And most people don't realize that when they are spelling, they are casting spells. You see, Black's Law is not really a book of law. It's essentially a grimoire. It's a book of spells. They can write down all of these rules on paper, and you suddenly believe they apply to you, but only because you can spell. Only because the spells are holding you in place by your belief in this written language. When real language is actually spoken and real law is known, we all know what is right and wrong. We all have an inherent sense of good and bad. But by writing words down and spelling words, we can begin to mold the mindset of people and get them to operate within parameters which exist outside of natural law, outside of the white law, whereupon they're now operating within black law. A lot of language, a lot of ancient languages you'll find, such as Hebrew, Aramaic, Sanskrit, even Chinese. These type of languages are not spelled. You'll find that there is a symbol which will convey an entire word, and the symbol also convey a different word if used in conjunction with different symbols, such as the Hebrew. There's like 6 meanings for each letter, but each letter is an actual word. It's not a language that is spelled. Another interesting thing about English is that English is a direct phonetic reversal of Hebrew. So we're basically speaking backwards. When we speak English, we're speaking sound that are completely unnatural to the natural rhythms and natural sounds. but it is in the spelling and the symbolism that is contained within that language that the mental and psychological grid is constructed. And the same can be said for numbers and geometry. You notice that there is often secret numbers around the place. The numbers 33 seem to be a commonly reoccurring number or reoccurring theme. 66, 42, 322, the number 9, the number 11. All of these numbers are commonly used and are therefore thought to contain certain significance. And many people spend a lot of time in geometry and study these numbers in an attempt to discover that this magic is and how it works. And the same can be said for the geometry. The Freemasons place symbols all over the place. They place designs and sigils in the very architect and structure of the road system. They place plaques all over the place. They put their symbolism everywhere they possibly can. These things are put there for people who have some type of knowledge of the occult and who begin looking into this control grid and have begun to research into all of this esoteric information. But they're put there to control and misdirect the researchers. You see, they put the numbers there and they put the symbolism there so that you will notice it and look for it. You see, you wouldn't be constrained by this system. You wouldn't be operating, out of it. And so now this written word will cause you to operate outside of your moral compass, to operate within black law rather than in natural law. And when you notice this and you begin to see that there is something terribly wrong, you start wanting to know who the controlling hand is. And so you start looking into it and you find this and that, and you find this symbolism everywhere, and it gets you excited. And you believe you're onto something. You believe you discovered a secret. And so you continue to look for the symbolism, and every moment you spend looking for the symbolism and counting the numbers and finding the hidden meanings in the words, you're not paying attention. You're not even paying attention to your own surroundings, and you're not operating in natural law. You're not doing the right thing in all you do. You're not dealing with the situation because you're too busy going down the rabbit hole to find out what the magic is. And that is the magic.